Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Tower of Doom stream, week 11, day 6. So of course, we already finished the Tower of Doom, have for a while now, since like what, Thursday? However, of course, the main thing we're going to be doing is still farming the Corsair. Still want to get that thing upgraded a little bit, might throw a little bit of gems at it, mainly because I don't believe we'll be able to get the class event done without it. And since we're already going to be so close to it, I guess we kind of will just go for it. Because of course we'll have another 4 tomorrow. So we might buy up to like 3 packs or something. And get it up to like tier 3. I don't know, that still seems somewhat not worth it. But I guess it's still overall kind of worth it. Because we're saving 25 gems there. So then it's down to 225. Then we still have the orb. And if that's a better orb, that covers quite a bit of it. And we're still getting the EXP along the way. So we'll probably do that just to give it a little bit more of a burst. But yeah, do still need to get this hero class leveled. It is a really nice hero class to have around, that is for sure. Oops, I'm using this with Oracle right now, aren't I? Wait, why am I using Oracle on this? Should definitely be using the newer hero class. Have I not this entire time when I was using it earlier? I guess so, though it didn't really matter since we were only doing a few battles with it. So I guess it didn't really make that big of a difference. Yeah, definitely want to be leveling the most recent hero class, that's for sure. I guess I just completely forgot to switch it earlier. Oh, to take here, we'll just go grab a Scolder, and now let's knock it out. Oh yeah, how did the tournament go? It was a lot of fun. It was definitely a lot of fun. First Smash tournament I've actually ever done. Didn't end up winning, obviously. I had no intention of winning, but I already knew going in that it would be excessively unlikely to occur. I ended up making the top 10% though. I placed 150th. Though that sounds low, but it's out of 1,600 people. So it's still the top 10%. Only the top 2% ended up moving on to the brackets, though. The top 32 of the 1,600 ended up moving on. And only the top 4 got any kind of actual reward. Or, you know, any kind of prize from it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. That's for sure. And I ended up doing it with a low-tier character. Pretty much all the ones that ended up winning, obviously, were using high-tier characters. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, nonetheless. But at least we made top 10%, so it didn't do, like, horrifically bad. What do we take here? What am I looking for? I'm looking for Corsair. How's that not already equipped? Gotta get a little bit more XP on it that way. 2 extra per battle. Yeah, hello everyone. Hello William. Hello Isabel. Hello Corn. Hello Captain. Also, as the title says on the stream, we are going to be doing Puzzle Quest 2 tomorrow. Probably going to start it up around noon or so. And yeah, we're going to be playing through the entirety of the game. Not obviously, not all right then, obviously. It's a much longer game than that. But yeah, we're going to slowly start chipping our way at completing out Puzzle Quest 2 for the first time. I've actually never completed out the game before. Actually, I haven't really played the game much at all, really. I think I've only gotten like 10% the way through the game, somewhere around there. When I did end up playing it some earlier, it was more like 20%. I have no clue how far it actually is. But yeah, we'll go and start with our endeavors into that and see how that goes. Probably try streaming that a few times a week until we get it finished. But yeah, Puzzle Quest 2, for any of you that don't know, is made by the same developers of Gems of War. It's a almost decade-old game at this point, though. I believe it was released in 2010, if I'm not mistaken, Puzzle Quest 2. Puzzle Quest 1 was around 2008 or so. Puzzle Quest 2 was around 2010, I believe. I mean, it's about a decade old. Same developers as Gems of War. Or at least same lead developer. Obviously, not all the developers are exactly the same. But same lead developer. The lead developer of Gems of War made the Puzzle Quest series. And it was killed out. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. The cough is getting, like, slightly better from all the medication. Of course, it's still probably going to take another day or 2 before the medication really starts taking effect. But I want it cleared so badly at this point. And so annoying. That's getting there. Also, I've been getting a lot of rain. Luckily, no hurricanes, though. I am perfectly fine with getting drowned in rain as long as it's not flooding and as long as it's not a hurricane. But yeah, it rained almost all day today. I'm actually surprised it didn't lose electricity. I am extremely surprised it didn't lose electricity. How much thunder and lightning there was. I think that should be enough to kill, and perfect timing too, right before he ends up getting the Corvash there. Grab a little bit of free XP. Corsair level 36, getting there. Making our progress to getting them level 40. Definitely 100% getting him to level 40 before the end of stream. That is definitely happening. And I do still need to cover the video. I will be doing that before the Puzzle Quest 2 stream tomorrow, most likely. Want to do cover him real briefly. Just kind of going over what you might use him for and stuff like that. We kind of already did it in yesterday's stream, but you know, just have a video for it, of course. The weapon's unfortunately pretty underwhelming, though. Because they end up nerfing it before it got released, which is very unfortunate. They might end up buffing it back, though. I really wish they would just buff it back to what it was before. It would not be broken if they did. Ham or sausage? Definitely ham. I am much more of a ham person than a sausage person. Oh no, I never really cared for sausage that much. Hello, Matt. Welcome. Let's see. I'm gonna take that over. Go through another dawn and bring it down. Good evening to Krill. Welcome. Welcome. See, do we have any good alignment for anything? Guess we'll stick a blue for now. Take the red over and just clear him out. We're good to go. And we're probably not going to have any more Val Ravens, so that might be our last battle for right now. Unless we go and buy more packs later. Probably not tonight, later, but you know, eventually later. I'm still contemplating if we're spending any gems or not. Also, I forgot to mention it while we're on that page, but we actually have exactly 2,800 or 28,000 gems right now. Kind of funny. But right on the dot, we have 28,000. So I think I ruined it from taking that one pack thing, so fail. But before, at the beginning of the stream, we had exactly 28,000. Gotta be careful to make sure we take all the yellows. Oops, he denied my color. That's not nice. Red would probably be the best way to go here. No red even. Oh, so this is probably the last battle where you can actually run Dawnbringer like this. Anything further than this, it's going to be too slow. It's already starting to become almost too slow. Oh, I did that. Give him so much of that mana. It shouldn't matter, though. As long as we can get, like, a skull poke in some way. Like, right over there. Nope, didn't get it as a drop, but he just hands it to us. That works. And there we go. Grab all that. Get her a little bit of extra EXP. A little bit extra gems. And, yeah, we got 15 gems from those 2 packs real quick. But it was exactly 28,000 earlier. And now we can go power level these things for our farming. Wait, you can actually get a gem key off a rare, off this rare task there? Never realized that. Sweet. I didn't realize the keys all the way down there could actually give a gem key. Nice. It's the only good loot that we're getting, though, is that one gem key. Oh, you know what? We might as well use it like this. Why not? And you'll level it eventually anyways. If you don't have Dawnbringer, you can end up running the Mang version of it. Which is Mang, Captain Skullbeard, Mang, Lil Johnny, Captain Skullbeard, then one other option, depending on what you want to put there. But you basically just run Mang into Skull Spam and run down the entirety of the event that way. That would also go to any level that you want to do it to. So if you're doing the entirety of the event, you could also do it with that. So that was a really bad starting board. There's like 3 greens on the entire board. Hello, Jason. Welcome. And hello, John. What's up? Pretty much just the normal. The competition today was pretty fun. That was a unique experience. Yeah, a lot of really difficult players in it, that's for sure. More difficult than what I'm used to for most of the battles. I'm still winning most of them, though. Like, I had a positive win rate on it. Not by much. I think I had like a 60% win rate. Let's see. We'll go for that one. It's around 60 to 70% or something. Most of the people that ended up making top 60 or 32 to move on, I believe we're at like 90% win rate, not higher. No problem, Reflection. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it in chat and we'll get around to them. So I'm not sure why, but I feel so tired today. It's probably because it's been such a gloomy day. That doesn't help. That definitely doesn't help. Gloomy days are always days to sleep. Though I didn't sleep during the stay because of the competition thing. Definitely gonna sleep well tonight, that's for sure though. I ended up doing decent with it. I made top 10% on the leaderboard thingy. I made top 150 out of 1,600, so it went decently. I was at one point as high as top 20 as well, but then I ended up losing quite a bit, which was unfortunate. Yeah, at one point in the competition, I was as high as top 20. Even if I did make top 32, I would have lost almost immediately within the better players like that. What's a good anti-rope dart build? Depends what they're running as their hero class. Normally you could just burst it down with skulls before it gets entangle, or have a cleanse for it so you don't need to worry about the entangle. Or if they're not running any kind of stealthy, you can just simply target it directly, which is the easiest way of dealing with it. And even if they're running a stealthy, you can run Obsidious or any kind of other stun, and then just have a single target thing to go and kill it out directly. Then you don't need to worry about it. It's normally pretty easy to deal with. You just have to burst it down. The only annoying part is that it's normally ran with stealthy, so you have to stun it first and then burst it down. Just really depends which way you want to go about it. But most rope dart teams do not run skull mitigation because they expect the entangle off the weapon to be enough. So if you just run something that can heavy skull spam them back, particularly one that has immune to entangle or a cleanse option for your first slot, they're not really going to be able to do much. You can just burst them down before they can really get rolling more often than not. Yeah, I don't mind a lot of rain as long as we don't get hurricanes. So speaking of Great Mall, Great Mall is in the drop table this week, isn't it? I'm not going crazy. Isn't that the event week this week? Hold up. Pretty sure it is. I know that this was a relatively useless event week, but yeah, it is Drifting Sands right now, which means the Great Mall is in the drop table for event keys. Probably the only good thing in event keys right now is actually the Great Mall. I would say it's probably a week that you would skip on event keys, but it does have Great Mall if nothing else, which is a 100% devour option. Only can cast once, but still, 100% devour rate is still really good. Great Mall's, I mean not Great Mall, Iron Gut's normally considered better than it, but there are still some instances in Skull Spam teams in particular where Great Mall gets utilized. Oh, why'd I do that? Oh, never mind, because we have alignment, that works. Okay, that works. Still gonna need a whole nother hit. Okay, I need my first slot to live so we can actually go get Rowan rolling. This is definitely not a team that we should be using for this. Oh no! Rowan got hit. Which means we have basically 0 damage now. How do we go about this? I guess we get Mirage Queen up. And just try poking it that way, because there's almost no point in casting that. That's 25 damage. That is ridiculously low. Still somehow alive, though. We'll take that for an extra turn. Doesn't even matter if he has 100% score reduction. We just hit right through it, because Doom Skulls still do +5 damage each. So it hits right through his 100% reduction, because those still add 5 afterwards, so he just ends up dying out. So it ends up working out quite decently. Anyways, let's go ahead over to Explore. I believe were we exploring for red? I have to figure out what traits we were working on. Oh, I remember now. Kazale. Let's go do those browns, pure browns. And go get some farming here and go start getting Corsair to level 40. Definitely need to get it to at least that level, that's for sure. 3 levels to go on that. How you are playing Pokemon Go and almost missed the stream. I never actually did get around to playing Pokemon Go. I haven't played any specific Pokemon game for... Oh gosh, it has been a very, very, very long time. I haven't since Pearl, which was Gen 5, which was like over a decade ago. I think that was 2009, I want to say. Somewhere around that time. But yeah, it's been ages since I've played a like actual Pokemon game. Like obviously Smash and stuff has like Pokemon in it, but that's not actually a Pokemon game, obviously. But the next Pokemon game I will be playing is Pokemon Shield, Sword and Shield, specifically Shield. But I'll be playing that one when it comes out. Not sure if I'll be streaming much of it, but who knows, maybe we will. Pokemon's quite a fun series. And something that almost everyone knows of, to some degree. It's a pretty well-known series, that's for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if some people get a Nintendo Switch just for that game. And they're actually releasing a handheld version of it too. Or, you know, like a Switch Mini is releasing right beforehand as a promotional thing. I think they have like a little, like a design for it, like based on the whole Pokemon thing. It kind of made sense that they would end up doing it around that time to try pushing the new Switch Lites. I still personally don't feel like Switch Lites are worth it. The new Switch console that they're releasing for $200. You're better off just getting a used Switch in most situations. Unless you really just wanted it just for handheld purposes. Because it does have a slightly better battery life and a few other things, but I don't know, it's just so convenient being able to dock it. There's just so much more you can do with it. Not to mention some games won't even be compatible with it because of the lack of Joy-Cons. And by the time you would need to go and get separate Joy-Cons for it, you're already pretty much at the price of a Switch at that point. Pokemon Stadium. Yeah, that's a really good game. Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. I don't know why they've never made more games like that. There was one on the Wii that was kind of like that, but not exactly. But, I don't know, they haven't really made a proper game since Pokemon 1 or Stadium 1 or 2 since N64, which is ancient at this point. I think Pokemon Stadium 2 came out in 2001, 2002, somewhere around there. It's been a very long time since they've made a game like that. Also, everyone makes jokes that the animations in Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 are actually better than they are in Pokemon Shield. Or Sword and Shield, I should say. There's actually a lot of controversy on Pokemon Sword and Shield. I think the most annoying one is probably that they're not doing a national Pokédex. So you can't catch them all. I think they are only going to have like 400 or 500 Pokemon or something. I think closer to 400. When there's actually around 900 of them. It's going to be the first mainline Pokemon series since the mainline Pokemon series that does not have every Pokemon in it. Oh, which is better, Smash Bros. Or Pokemon Stadium? Definitely Smash Bros. Has way more replayability. Pokemon Stadium gets a little bit stale after a while, but it's definitely a pretty solid game. Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. They also had a lot of really funny mini games. You returned both your Switches and switched back to Xbox. That's funny. Okay, see you, Mason. Have a good time. Catch you later. Yeah, we will be streaming Puzzle Quest tomorrow for anyone who's interested. Puzzle Quest 2. We'll be doing that around noon Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, which is in about 15 hours from now. Switch is dead. Switch is nowhere near dead. If anything, Xbox One and PS4 are dead at the moment, just because they are both planning towards next generation. They're not really doing like anything extra really at the moment for either their two consoles, because they're trying to plan everything out for next gen, which I believe they're coming as early as there's no official date yet, but I believe they're coming as early as end of next year. Sony's and Microsoft's next console, where Switch is still going to be around for like another 5 years, its lifespan. They might eventually add like a Switch Pro or something, or you know, like a better, higher quality one, but it wouldn't have like different games or anything. It would just have better quality visuals and everything. Let's see, and hopefully they could fix some of the load time issues. Because there's some games that have ridiculously long load times in on Switch. Not like ridiculously long, but way more than like a normal console should. What's the best team with the new double pistol? There basically isn't any. It's basically like a weaker version of Skeleton Key. You only really use it specifically for countering out gold teams. And you use it basically in the exact same team that you use Skeleton Key for. You have a little bit more options for it, since you could use Scurvy Sea Dog and Leprechaun and stuff instead. But it's still overall just basically the same premise of team. Just used specifically to counter out gold teams. Yeah, most of next-gen consoles are aimed, I believe, towards the end of next year. Also, Google's thing is coming out in like a month, so it's probably going to flop heavily at first. But, I don't know, maybe over time it'll become relevant. I actually forget what it's called now, off the top of my head. What's that one thing that's Google's doing now? Stadia? I believe it's called Stadia, where they're doing like the whole live streaming thing with games. I don't know, I'm probably not going to be doing anything with that, even though it's going to have YouTube integration and everything. The main reason being is you don't really get to own the games. Like, if they ever stop that service, every game that you ever buy through that platform is just going to end. Which seems kind of pointless. Not to mention you're going to need a really decent internet connection for it. And my internet connection is not decent. Especially if I was streaming and using it simultaneously. And I don't care about higher quality graphics. So being able to do games in like 1080p or 4K or stuff like that, I don't really care for. It's actually one of my faults that I have with Puzzle Quest 2 as well, relative to Puzzle Quest 1. They like try to do more stuff with visuals at the cost of gameplay. It still is really good gameplay, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, I feel like they overly tried focusing on some more of the visual aspects rather than other aspects of the game. Though the visuals still look dated in it, though, too. But that's just because it's like a decade old. But at the time, it had pretty decent visuals. Even Gems of War has had its interface overhauled like 3 times within 5 years. The biggest issue with Stadia, that thing that Google's doing, is there's so many areas around the country, as well as just around the world, where high-speed internet just isn't really a thing. It's just not that accessible. Of course, that would probably be fixed into the future. As it currently stands, it seems like it's coming too early for its own good. Yeah, Gems of War used to have more of a fantasy-like visual style to it, but then they ended up changing it to what it is now. They kind of started modernizing it more and more. Quite a few people much preferred the previous visualization of Gems of War. There's actually a ridiculously large controversy when they end up changing the visual style to the way it is now, relative to how it was before. It was actually the biggest dip in player base that the game has ever had. I think it was like a 15% dip or something. How many battles do I need? For what I'm doing right now, I assume it's somewhere around... Probably need about 80 more, I want to say. And since we're winning at like 4 per minute, that's not going to take too long. It's like 20 minutes, a little bit longer. Because I believe we might need slightly higher than 80. Depends how close we are onto this next level. Unless you're talking about the weapon on the hero class, then it's 250 wins. If we're talking about what we need to finish it out, we just need 40 to get to, or we need 80 to get to 40. Hello, GP, welcome. Did you miss the link? The link for what? I'm not sure which link you are referring to. Unless you're referring to the code, in which case we will be having that soon, TM. Also, I haven't heard anything about next patch for a while. I wonder if we're getting a spoiler for it tomorrow. Or wait, it is tomorrow. Hold up. It is Saturday. Hold up. Did they actually post anything? Wait a second. Let me go to Twitter real quick, I guess. So did Gems of War post a spoiler image? Oh, they did! Oh, 4 hours ago. 4 hours ago. Oh, shiny. I can actually show something now. Oh no! This isn't the super controversial one, but this does say a lot, I believe, this one. Isn't this the one I think it is? Yeah, this is the one I think it is. This isn't the worst thing. Though that might be slightly a bad sign that this isn't the worst thing that's in next patch. Ta! Let's see. Is this the only image I have of it? Can't we open it in a new tab and get just the image? There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Get it nice and big. Oops, that's not what I want. Okay, I'm going to need to fix that in a moment. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to make bigger. This is what I wanted to make bigger, which you can't see at the moment. As soon as I move this over, you will be able to. But yes, we did finally get a spoiler for next patch. Oh good, that means it's been sent in already then. Next patch in like 3 weeks then. 2 to 3 weeks, most likely. Probably do a Q&A on it soon too. I know, I'll be showing in a second. I'm just trying to bring it up and get it all expanded. Where's the image? It's buried now. Is this the image? No. Is this the image? No. Get it right eventually. Wait, do I not have a proper image field set up for it anymore for random images? for just window capture. Well, that's a natural image. Why do I not have a window capture or window show? Do I have that? Let's see. Oh, there it is. That's the one. I have it like way further down in the stack. There it is. But anyways, yes, we have this little shiny thing. Let me go move it over a bit. Oh, never mind. It's already kind of moved over. But we have this images. Challenges are more challenging and give a variety of rewards. So now whenever you go into challenges, you end up getting, actually it doesn't say the full thing on it, but they're basically going to be adding a lot more challenges to the game that will have much higher rewards than they have before. That could just be completed out once in order to get those rewards. Kind of like how you can complete out the caskets right now in order to go get a bunch of souls, and you can only ever do that once. And similarly, they're going to be adding a system like that to challenges, where you go through them once, you get a bunch of rewards, and as you go further, the rewards keep getting better. Yeah, that's going to be a thing now, or once that happens. This is why I said EXP farming is the meta for the highest amount of EXP, hero EXP that you can gain, is no longer going to be applicable. I'm not talking about class EXP, but specifically hero EXP. Also, technically, this will slightly affect soul farming teams, given that you will no longer be able to do soul farming teams within challenges. So yeah, go farm EXP and souls if you want to now. Though souls you can still do in other locations. And EXP you theoretically can do too, but it's definitely going to hurt the rate, more so of EXP than of souls. But technically of both could be slightly affected by it. But challenge things for however far it goes. I believe I know how far it goes, but it doesn't say it here, so I won't mention it right now. But yeah, I believe that's about everything I can say about that. Yeah, there's one of many things that's coming in next patch. I believe there's about 3 other pretty big things, if I'm not mistaken. Depends how you break it down. Only one of which is somewhat controversial unless they fixed it. But we still don't know exactly what the condition on that is, but we'll find out once it gets released, I guess, at this point. But yeah, that's that. Challenges being reworked. And that's coming next patch, among other things. That means next Friday, or next Saturday, we'll have something to look forward to with a spoiler. As well as probably the next few Saturdays. Because they could do... they should be able to do that for at least like 3 to 4 Saturdays. But how many spoiler things there are in next patch? Probably do it at least 3 times, I would assume. Oh, is the Q&A Sunday? I didn't catch our most recent stream. Never mind. Is it actually tomorrow night? That works out quite decently. We'll stream Puzzle Quest 2, then eat, then do the Gems of War stream, then the Q&A stream will be probably on by then. Sweet. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. Well, hello, Charles. Welcome. Yeah, it probably is Sunday. Not this Sunday, probably the following Sunday. But it might be this Sunday. I need to go double check. But yeah, I do want to make sure I catch that. Because they're probably going to be discussing a lot of stuff related to next patch. And if they do, then I can also mention exactly everything they mention. And there's definitely a lot of stuff to mention. It's not like an excessively big patch, though. For a major patch, it's actually relatively small, I would say. But still has a few things that could be considered somewhat major. Both in a good way and a bad way. There's one thing in next patch that's actually somewhat controversial. And I don't think they're going to tweak it enough that it's going to be non-controversial at all. It's going to at least be to some degree. Alright, that reminds me, I never did fix the aspect ratio of this thing, did I? Also, speaking of that, why is that being all weird? There we go. Let's just fix it. Just hide it and uncover it. That ends up working. Yeah, let me go fix the aspect ratio. Because there's like a gigantic black bar at the bottom. Because I don't have it in the correct thing because I moved it. There we go, now it's fixed. Also perfect timing for tributes. Why don't I use Skira? Because it would be a lot slower. And I'm doing this more so for hero EXP than anything else. Or I should say class EXP. There's a difference between hero EXP and class EXP. But what we're currently doing is we're doing for class EXP. And I'd much rather have that at a higher rate than the extra gold. There's nothing we could replace on this team that would end up putting it in. Other than hero, but then we don't get EXP. If we replace out Mirage Queen, then we don't get half mana start, which slows us down. If we get rid of our Empower Troop, then we won't have any way to first turn mana accumulate. And we can't get rid of our damage source because that's what's actually killing them. Closest thing we could replace in this team is hero, but then we lose a lot of potential EXP. Wouldn't be worth it unless we had every single hero class at level 100. Though once we do finally have that, we can start doing stuff like that, where we actually use no hero class and use slightly more optimal teams for Explore. Because Explore teams are actually better, as well as a few other teams are actually better. As far as quick low-level teams are better if you don't use hero at all, but normally you use hero for them just because it's really free XP towards your hero class. Guaranteed there's over 20 hero classes. Hey, that weapon actually got to do something for once. Go figure. Yeah, once we gain the next hero level, we'll hand out a code at level 39. And then we'll finish up into level 40. Oh, and I'm kind of tempted to throw some gems at it. I might throw 250 gems at the event. It's very tempting. I just don't want to burn through too many, but I think we'll have enough. Because I don't think we're going to spend more than about 2,000 gems on both the two events. Also, we have to keep in mind, particularly for the Tuesday event, we should get quite a bit of our gems back. Probably about 200 of them. Because not an excessively large amount of people are going to likely go for it on that Tuesday. Yes, some people will, more so than normal. But, oh wow, we already hit level 39, nice. But, I don't think it's going to be too large. Like, it's not going to be new faction coming out large. It's going to be quite a bit smaller than that. The one for not next Tuesday, but the following Tuesday for All Seeing Eye. The reason it's relevant is because it's the first time the pet has been viable to actually get from that faction. Because it will be used for 17-star Darkstone. It'll be the first 17-star kingdom in the game. But it requires 2 level 20 pets. And the only realistic way of doing that is to have the All-Seeing Eye faction pet as one of the 2 level 20s. Anyways, let me go hand out a code. We do it right after this battle. I did say once we reach level 39, and wow, we're actually way closer to 39 than I thought we were. That's nice. Need one more level then. But before we do, code time. Cody code. Which one uses the Cody code? Are you the Cody code? I believe the one below this is the Cody code. Why is it not autofilling? There we go. Yep, it was the one below this. Thought so. This was the Cody code. There it is. Copy the whole thing. And there you go. There's the Cody code. Use it on gemsofwar.com, read for the game code section. Your invite code is found in your settings menu, and redeem code is right over there. Just copy pasted from the chat right there. You have the same reward as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. Works on every platform except the console version, so basically it's PC mobile. There you guys go. Enjoy. Yep, no problem. Who knows? Maybe we'll even hand out a code during the Puzzle Quest 2 stream tomorrow. We'll see. Because I'm asking Salty for more codes anyways. And I have 3 codes left, but if she is giving me more on Monday, I might as well use them all before Monday. Well, I have 4 codes left. So 1 during Puzzle Quest stream, 1 during tomorrow night stream, 1 during Monday night stream, 1 as a backup, and should be getting more on Monday night. But yeah, that means we could have 1 to 2 redeem codes on the Puzzle Quest 2 stream. Depending on how long we go, we might actually do that. We'll definitely have at least 1. Ooh, 4 gem keys, nice. That is really good loot off him. Basically his best drop that isn't a vault key. Take here, let's grab that for now. If you guys still have any other questions about anything or anything else, let me know. Because I need to shave this soon. I like let it grow out and then shave it all at once. Really need to soon though. I like playing with it though. What am I supposed to play with once I don't have this on my chin anymore? It's my thinking beard. Yeah, I'm not sure why some of the puzzle quests have been like randomly getting removed from stores. I noticed Puzzle Quest 2 isn't on Steam anymore. Though Puzzle Quest 1 is. Yeah, all the old puzzle quests are starting to get like harder and harder to obtain. Hopefully the same won't happen to Puzzle Quest 3. Puzzle Quest 3 seems like it could be a really big game. They really dedicate a lot towards it. We still don't know when they're really going to be doing development on it or anything like that. Who knows, maybe they already are. But, I don't know, I wish they wouldn't be as secretive with it. But it's probably still years off. Well, you never know. It's definitely something within their plans, though, like 100%. Not a matter on if they're going to make it, it's just a matter of when. Though Puzzle Quest 3 is going to be like Half-Life 3 at this point. It's something that's been asked of them pretty much since Puzzle Quest or Gems of War came out. Like, when is Puzzle Quest 3 going to become a thing? But yeah, I played the first Puzzle Quest way more than the second. I've played the second Puzzle Quest for like 10 hours so far, without ever completing it through once. Whereas the first Puzzle Quest I've played through 3 times, and I believe it's like 50 to 100 hours? I'm not actually sure how long I've put into it currently. But yeah, the original Puzzle Quest was a really ridiculously solid game. Especially for the time. What's kind of funny is Puzzle Quest 1 and 2 both have multiplayer, but Gems of War does not. Obviously, no one actually plays the Puzzle Quest 1 or 2 multiplayer, though. So even though it has multiplayer, it's almost like non-functional. Unless you also had a friend that had a copy of it on the same platform. Yeah, I believe they're going to be doing the same thing when they end up doing Puzzle Quest 3. They're likely going to release it on everything. The PS5, whatever Xbox's new thing is, Switch. Their PC, obviously, on Steam. Probably going to release it in every possible location they can. Because the original Puzzle Quest was released on basically everything at the time. I don't think there was a single thing it wasn't released on. It was on PC, mobile, PSP, DS. I'm not sure what else, but I'm pretty sure there was at least a few other things as well. It was on the lot. Was the Xbox 360 even out when Puzzle Quest 1 first came out? I guess it was. I actually forget when Xbox 360 came out. Seriously, why am I so tired? As soon as I finish the stream, I'm probably just heading right to bed. The only problem with that is I'll wake up like so early. I'm probably gonna chug like a bottle of water, then go to bed. Oh, that and chug the medication with it as well. But probably the game plan after we get this level. Need to catch up on sleep, or at least sleepiness. Because I got a pretty decent amount of sleep last night. Just sometimes you don't feel rested after sleep. Why was Puzzle Quest 2 delisted from Steam? We don't really know. The only thing that it says on the page is it has something to do with the publisher. Because all three of the games have a different publisher. Puzzle Quest 1, Puzzle Quest 2, and Gems of War, all three of them have a different publisher. I forget what the publisher is for Puzzle Quest 1 or 2, but it's 505 Games for Gems of War. Yeah, I'm actually surprised Gems of War isn't as big as some of the other 505 games. Like, it's decently large. But I don't believe it's bigger than Terraria or Payday or stuff like that. Though one of the reasons Terraria is so popular is it's basically a 2D Minecraft. Also, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Minecraft's getting pretty close to outselling Tetris. I'm pretty sure Tetris is still the most sold game of all time, but it's soon going to be overtaken by Minecraft. Done in less than half the time. which I believe it did in less than a quarter at a time. Tetris has been out since 1980 something. I want to say 1986, and don't forget I don't remember the exact date. Whereas Minecraft has come out in the last decade or so. I actually forget the date for both of them now, off the top of my head. But it was definitely in like half a quarter at a time, or half to a third, I mean. Alright, no problem, GP. Thanks for that. But yeah, we hit our level 40, so I think we'll end it there for now. Before I collapse. But no, we'll be, of course, covering more stuff with the class soon. And other than that, Puzzle Quest 2 tomorrow, starting at noon. A lot of people have been asking about it, so we will finally go and do it. Because it is a series that I never really... It's something that I've talked about, but never really like did to completion. Or really streamed for a long period of time on this channel. So we're going to be doing that. And, yeah, tomorrow night we'll be back with Gems of War. 1 hour prior to now, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we might have a Q&A afterwards from the developers, which means on Monday, if it is tomorrow night, the Q&A, that means on Monday we might have a bunch of spoilers to go mention to everyone. That'll be fun. Was the Mirage Queen nerfed recently? I don't believe so. Let me go double check. I believe the Mirage Queen is exactly the same it has always been. Same mana cost, same effect, same thing. Nope. Nothing has been nerfed on it. It's the exact same that it's been released on. Not a single thing with it is different. All elementals gaining half, it's same reduction, that useless traits, 15 mana cost, same colors, still curses all, still converts all greens to doom skulls. There's no difference with it. It's been that way since day one. Let's see. I don't think there was any other questions. But yeah, any other questions, anyone? Let's see. Don't believe there is. But anyways, guys. But yeah, we'll start Puzzle Quest 2 tomorrow. Noon Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, sometime around there, about 15 hours from now. I'll have a little notification thing up a little bit beforehand. I do need to go make a thumbnail and everything for it too, but that shouldn't take too long. Actually, do I already have one made? I don't think I already have one made, but it won't take that long to go find one somewhere. But anyways, guys, I'll catch all of you later. Hope you have a wonderful night. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Still go and grind out the hero class. It is a pretty decent one. Not the best one in the game, but a great utility to have around. And I'm still going to be chipping onto it over the next few weeks, as I do want to get that hero class to level 100 eventually. And it is the one that we're going to be focusing next to level 100. Just because of anything that I don't currently have level 100, I feel like that'll be the most relevant one, so be working on that. Anyways, guys, we'll catch all of you later. Have a wonderful night, have a wonderful weekend, and thanks for stopping by. Goodbye, everyone!